Do you think there's any truth, psychological truth, that sometimes people marry their fathers or their mothers, like their spouses? Because I swear, I think my wife is Carrie. Do you understand the question?
Yeah, say that again.
There's this psychological,
Yeah, I heard it.
right, premise that sometimes people will marry, whether you're a female or a male, will marry the version of their parents. Whether a female is marrying a male who reminds them of their father, or a man marries a woman who becomes their mother, who has the same traits. Do you believe in that or no? You think it's malarkey?
I think it's more opposite. I think it's more difficult.
Expound. You're such a Buddhist. Sometimes you're like one word, but can you expound that? What do you mean it's more difficult?
I don't know. I just don't think about it. It's,
Well, did Robin or Charlene, did they have any traits that you're like, holy shit, this is Rini? What do you think? No? Were there any instances when you were married to Robin or to Charlene when you're like, oh my God, that reminds me of Rini, my mother?
Things jump up.
Right.
Sometimes they do this, do that, and whatever.
Well, I'm just saying that because my wife, my Chinese wife, is the most unsympathetic and unworldly. And as much as Carrie, was a master's in French literature, she was very small-brained when it comes to other cultures and places. That I think I've married a smaller Chinese version of Carrie, because she's very unsympathetic of me being the only foreigner in China. Like she could care less about about my family. There's many unsympathetic traits that I think she's very akin to your sister and my mother, Carrie. That's the reason why I'm asking.
It's a possibility. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to play how people are.
Right. Do you remember your arch enemy, my father, Cliff, used to say that was one of his favorite quotes. You remember John Huston, the director, John Huston? So I guess in, Dark Africa, or I forgot that book, but he was quoted as saying, well, about a man, but in general humans, I think at this point, that anybody can do anything at any time. Right? Meaning you cannot account for another person's mentality or what they might do, right? The world is just uncertain.
That's not true.
No? Okay.
I mean, it's half true, but not fully true.
Yeah.